What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, let's talk about Zomedica. I know I haven't talked about it in a while. I think the last stock video that I talked about was AMC, and I did have a Zomedica video that came up recently. It might have been like 2 weeks or so, but that was like to kind of just get back into the swing of things because I haven't really been into the stock market because the stock market hasn't been moving in the right direction. A lot of times my day trading usually goes over well, but all of my swing trading and stuff, I put more money into Zomedica at some of these lows to bring my cost basis down to 60 cents. And now you saw it today actually make a decent sized move. So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. And make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. Some of those being, my gaming channel, my Let It Burn channel, which burns off Shiba Inu. I have a bunch of different channels down there. So feel free to check out all of those channels. And also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to do that as well. But let's go ahead and dive into this. I think we need to start with this article where it talks about, is it time to dump Zomedica stock right now? After it really, rose higher and you saw it get to higher and higher levels from where it was previously. If you didn't know, Zomedica made quite a bit of a move today. And I went into this article. I want to just give you like the cliff notes. Really, it talks about what Zomedica is, what the sentiment behind the stock is, and also it gives it a bullish rating or slightly bullish rating. You can see the full report if you wanted to go over here and see the full report. I'm not going to do that, but it does give it slightly more towards a bullish, rating. It makes no sense to sell your Zomedica stock at these extreme lows versus seeing the potential growth throughout the years, right? Because this could be a longer term move that could be a lot bigger. And they obviously see that same thing. So if you wanted to know what happened with Zomedica stock, it basically increased by 23.44% today, while the S&P was not really moving in that same direction. And other positions were not moving in that direction as well. So a lot of people were hype around this. I was hype around it. I was watching it at the time. It went all the way up to a level of 50 cents, which we will see what did happen when we go into the stock. We go into the actual breakdown of the chart and all that. But their idea behind this article is just, are you going to sell it? Is it still a play? And it is still a play. Right now, it's in more of a bullish territory than it is a bearish territory. Obviously, we see the entire stock market not really functioning the right way. And even in the after hours market, it's not really functioning the right way. But we understand that Zomedica has some potential movements. And let's start by looking at the Ortex data. The Ortex data right now is showing that the short interest is around 10%, which is definitely higher than what you would see on average. I mean, average positions that don't get heavily shorted, are looking at about 1%, less than 1%. And sometimes you have those people that really want to short it because they just, want to prove that they're right in cases when most cases they're wrong. You are looking at about 100 million shorted shares at 92.59 million shorted shares overall. An increase of short interest chains today, utilization at 100, days to cover at 8, shares on loan at 112 million, or almost 113 million. So obviously you're seeing some potential there in where the growth or rapid growth can come from. But let's actually take a look at the stock itself and what did happen. If you look over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months, only 2 of those candlesticks were green and slightly green. One was more of an indecision candlestick, and the other one is right now, and the month is not over. So we're seeing it a little bit green, and we are down in this level to where I believe we could definitely see a bounce. And that's a strong level to where I believed we would see a form of resistance or we would see a form of a bounce. And right now we're starting to see that level to where it's actually finding that bounce over the month. You could see here that I have 14,000 shares. I was going to say coins, 14,000 shares at 63 cents. And I'm waiting for that to obviously make a larger move. Am I waiting for 63 cents? No. Am I waiting for something of maybe like $1 or so? Definitely. That's where I'm looking to take my first portion out, whether it's, $14,000 or whatever it ends up being. I'm going to take that out quite a bit. So we'll see how much that will be. I could take a portion or I could take all of it. So right now, my plan is to take a portion, but we will see how this grows and how bullish it is at that point. But right now, where you see what did happen today, we saw a decent size increase literally in the day open all the way until about 10 o'clock, to where it started to downturn and pull back down to close to the VWAP, passing the VWAP, getting to the 200 EMA. And I watched this the whole entire time. We did see rapid growth, a lot of volume that was going through the door. Today, we have 137 million shares worth of volume in the day, and I would imagine you did have a decent amount that was short volume. I can't wait to see what the short interest is. I wish that we could see the amount of shorted shares that were out there and how many did go through. It's not telling you what the short interest is, but it is telling you how many shorted shares are there. But it did follow or flow along the 200 EMA for quite some time, did break below it a little bit, and then broke back above it. Really consolidating and fluctuating, kind of in between or above or below that 200 EMA line. And now you can see it in the after hours market, not really much volume, very spotty at times, and it's slowly decreasing as well. You can see it down another 4%. Over the after hours market, almost 5% over the after hours market, after being up 5% in the day. And total, it was up 23%, 24% in the day in the beginning, and then obviously started to really fall back down. It got all the way up to a high point today of 50 cents and definitely resisted hard away from 50 cents. I did see it pass it for a brief second, but I guess something went on with the orders that was going through, so it did end up coming back and keeping that at a flat 50 cents. And I had a feeling it was going to resist hard at 50 cents. It was either going to resist hard or we were going to see a massive breakthrough. I mean, all of this happened within the first 30 minutes. So I was expecting something a lot bigger than what we did see. But even if, 20%, I expect to see 100%, maybe, at some times, right? When we do see a run of the stock market, I think we will see this run as well, something that's heavily, or not heavily shorted, but at least moderately shorted. It shows a lot of promise, and a lot of people that follow it, a lot of people that buy it, a lot of people that continue to stay with this position, just like I'm staying with the position. Now, none of this is financial advice. It's merely just my opinion, but I do believe Zomedica has a lot of promise and a lot of hope. And you can look at basically the company itself and say that you could see something bigger as time goes on. But it just needs that support from people, which it seems like it has that support. It just doesn't have that support from maybe hedge funds and banking institutions that decide to short the position to give it less value. If it wasn't for that, this would definitely be up at a way higher value than where it's at right now. Not only 40 cents, but we'd be looking at like $4 to $5. If we were looking at history, past history, it showed that it was going to resist at the level that it resisted at. Now we're down at these levels again. So what are we going to see? Some peaks, some valleys. It makes no sense for you to sell your Zomedica position at these levels, especially if you bought in here. It makes no sense for you to sell at these levels because you're selling at the absolute bottom, which means that you would be losing out on a ton of gains on the way back up to either $2, $3, $4, $5, or whatever this can actually get to, right? So I definitely see a lot of promise in this position, and I don't know how great this video is going to do, if it's going to get enough views or 2,000 views or 3,000 views, but I think Zomedica definitely has a lot of promise, and I'm not going to let go of the position at these points. I'm always going to find a way to average down because it creates a huge opportunity. Right now would be the worst time to sell a position, right? Unless you bought in today at a low point and sold it at 50 cents. That's obviously a day trade or a swing trade or whatever you wanted to do. But if you're holding it from back here, anytime back here in these last couple of months, right now would be the most opportune time to hold on to the position, in my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Let me know if you like this video. I know I don't talk about stocks very often. I really want to, but there's so many things in the crypto market that are running. And when you have all that excitement, you tend to flow over there. So I do like stocks. I do like all investments, and support this video by showing me that you like it, and I'll continue to do more stock content. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.